Last month, I hit the 100 order milestone on Etsy and I made $1,721 in revenue. In this video, I'm going to tell you the exact methods and strategies that I use so you can just go out there and apply the exact same thing. Method number one, and that was consistent posting. As a beginner, my friend, volume is the name of the game. The more listings you have, the more eyeballs you can get on your products. The more eyeballs you can get on your products, the more sales you're going to get. Ever since I started adopting this strategy, I just started seeing a sharp incline in views and visits per day, and guess what? The orders came along with that. Now you're probably asking yourself, okay, I already know that I must post a lot. Well, what exactly do I post? There's three different categories that I like to classify my products into, and that is micro trend products, macro trend products, and evergreen products. Micro trends are quick things that pop up on the news, that pop up on social media, or that pop up through trends, and are just quick smash and grab designs that you can set up on Canva in a couple of minutes, list them up on Etsy, and try to get as many sales as fast as possible before the trend passes. Then you have macro trends, which are more holiday like Halloween, Valentine's Day, these sort of designs that will sell a few weeks up to a month before the actual event happens, but then after that, the sales start to slow down. But the winning formula is to have a combination of all three, and that includes evergreen products. These are products that sell year-round. Take funny statement shirts, for example, statements with a slogan on them. These sort of saying t-shirts and different style items will sell year-round because they're not tied to a specific event or a specific time frame. So essentially, I went out and every single day when I would make my new product listings, I would always think about these three categories and if the item I was listing up fit any of them. And that's pretty much it. I wouldn't evaluate it too much or anything like that. As long as it fit one of the categories, I was gonna make it, put it up, get it listed, and hopefully get some sales as fast as possible. Before we get into the rest of the video, if you're new here, my name is Ayman and I make weekly practical e-com content just like this to help beginners get their first 100 orders in e-com on Etsy, TikTok Shop, and Shopify. If you like this sort of content, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below because it helps out the channel a ton. And also, if you stay until the end, I'm going to have a freebie for you that is certainly going to be worth your time. Okay, so method number two that I used last month that allowed me to get those sales and that revenue was consistently seeking out reviews. You see many sellers just leave it up to Etsy to go and fetch the reviews for them from customers after the order is delivered because Etsy usually sends out automated messages seeking out reviews from customers, and also if they go onto the platform, they'll see a small pop-up asking them to leave a review. But I don't just leave it at that. I have a specific Etsy messaging thread that I send out that I'm going to give you guys right here, both assuring the customer that we received their order and it will be shipped out soon. And once it's delivered, I usually wait 1 to 2 days and reach out asking for a review because it will tremendously help our small business. Now, many beginners undermine the importance of good reviews because they serve you in two ways. Number one, it shows the platform that you're a good and honest seller, and it means that customers who shop on Etsy buying your products have a good experience, which means it's highly likely that they're going to come back on Etsy again, maybe purchase from you, maybe purchase from a different seller, and Etsy is going to get that cut of your sales that they love so much. So the more of that you can bring, the more they're going to push your products. But also from a customer perspective, many customers tend to not even purchase from a shop, even if they have the lowest possible prices, if they don't have some reviews or some credibility. So I immediately recognized that as a relatively new seller with less than 100 orders, the more reviews I got, the closer I was going to get to the 100 orders mark, and the closer I was going to get to stacking up my revenue. Now, I would say the limit here is to send 2 messages out. You don't want to bombard customers because that can turn it into the other side of things and make it a bad customer service experience where they're just getting spammed. But I would say 2 messages is a sweet point, and I have not gotten any negative feedback from it. As a matter of fact, it's allowed me to gain many more views, and I have a very good order to review ratio at this point. And last but not least, number 3, and that is driving additional traffic to your Etsy store. You see, what most new sellers do, or unseasoned e-com sellers, they think that just relying on the platform is enough to get sales. But no, my friend, although we have the Etsy platform that is going to run some ads on our behalf, that is going to maybe push your product up the listings page or up in search, that's not it. There's much more to it that we can do that is actively in our hands. Now, one of my platforms of choice that I like to create additional content on, and honestly, it's so easy, so fast, and so worth it, is Pinterest. As I mentioned previously, I was consistently creating new product listings, 1 to 3 a day, every single day. And these listings honestly would not take me that much time to make and list up, probably less than an hour of work a day. But what would take me even less time is to just take the images that I was using for these product listings, of course the main image, go onto Pinterest and also create a Pinterest post with every single listing that I was making on a daily basis. The beauty of this is Pinterest allows you to put direct Etsy links on every single post that you make. So if you want to make 10 posts a day trying to drive additional traffic to your Etsy store, you can do it. If you want to just do one a day, you can do it, and it will literally take you about 1 minute. Now again, this is beneficial in 2 ways. First of all, people who are casually browsing Pinterest are now highly or more likely to see your product than if you did not take this additional step to also list it on this platform. But also Etsy is going to love this because platforms hate it when you take traffic away from their platform, but love it when you bring traffic to the platform, especially externally without ads. So the more Pinterest posts that you make and the more clicks that you get on these posts and the more people that click on your product link that takes them directly to Etsy, the happier Etsy is going to get because you're getting them so much more additional traffic. This additional traffic will then lead to sales, and that's going to lead to them eventually making more revenue through all of their fees. And with this, they're more likely to push your product up both on their platform and also increase the offsite ads that they're pushing for you, and also understand your customer base a lot better, allowing for higher converting ads on other platforms. So there you have it. Those are the 3 methods that I used last month to drive up my revenue. I will continue to do the exact same thing this month, and if I learn anything new that allows me to get significant results, I will always come back and report it to you guys. And as I mentioned previously, I do have an extra freebie for you for everyone who watched until the end of the video. Down below in the pinned comments, I have a free e-commerce course for you, a free video course at that, with 10 modules over 3 hours of content breaking down almost everything you need to know about e-com and selling on Etsy, Shopify, or on TikTok Shop. It is incredibly valuable and honestly a value of over $500 because I spent a lot of time and effort into it, and I believe that is going to help you out tremendously, so go check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again on Sunday for another valuable upload. I'm out.